Again, I'm Michele Jenkins on the COC board, been on the board quite a while. And I just want to tell you a couple of little facts because this is the 10th anniversary year of the College of the Canyons Canyon Country campus. And so there's a lot of different activities planned throughout the year that are free, open to the public, and we'd like to make sure that everyone knows about them. And they include things like there's going to be a barbecue, and all this is no cost. That's going to be in October. There's going to be an anniversary open house in October also, both the 13th and the 14th. You can go on the COC website. I do have a handout that I have one that tells all these dates. The Star Party, Ryan Thule was here, but he had to go. He has a young child at home, and he had something he had to do with his child. He's the dean of the Canyon Country campus. So he wanted to make sure everyone knows that the Star Party, which is quite an interesting event, and our professor of astronomy is really good about getting really powerful speakers there from NASA and JPL, places like that. So she's organized something for that night that's going to be special. And in the spring, there'll be a community mixer. And just a couple other facts. It amazes me to see how many students we have to serve at the Canyon Country campus. There's been a total of 55,000 students there since the college opened the campus in 2007. That's a lot of students. That college is bigger than many community colleges in the state, and it filled up immediately. So there's certainly a need out in that area. And to that need, I'm really pleased because the college district administration has spent a lot of time in the last few months doing very careful due diligence in securing another site to offer courses in the Canyon Country area. And we're going to be, we've secured, it was difficult to find places that were willing to have, because of the parking situation and all of that, have us there. But there is a site, two-story site you might be familiar with, in the building that's on Sierra Highway that housed Charter College and all that in where Chi-Chi's is. So we're leasing that space. And it's going to be the top floor and the bottom floor. We're going to start off with some really highly demand classes, which is English as a second language. And those classes will be there, and some other classes too. So I wanted you to be sure and be aware of that was supported by the majority of the board members. Not all board members supported it, but the majority of the board members did. And those classes they are hoping to be able to start, and I'm sure they will, because we move pretty fastly at the college in the spring semester. So those are the things that I wanted to tell you about, and encourage you to kind of watch for the activities that are available at the Canyon Country campus, and you're certainly always welcome to come to events at the Performing Arts Center. Do you have the date of the Star Party? Yes, the Star Party is going to be on October 27th. And they're always on, I think, a Friday night, so that's Friday night. All right. Thanks for your time, and if anybody wants to take copies, yes. Okay, you can have them. Thank you.
Good evening. Douglas Fraser, ex-panel member for the Mobile Home Park rent control. By that I mean that the city has eliminated the rent control panel. And some other updates on the mobile home parks. October 1st is when we receive our first notices. The CPI was 2.2% last June and July. So that's what looks like our rent increases will be, plus capital improvements. Thanks for Alan and his research. We do now have another tool to implement when we go to these capital improvements. We can use this state law that says city has to permit any capital improvements. So thank you, Alan. I want to thank Gazette for their support and their articles they've been publishing for the issues that have been going on with the mobile home parks. So thank the Gazette. One suggestion for the Gazette, you might want to put paper boxes in mobile home parks near the office, and then people can come down that live in a mobile home park and you may increase your readership there. I know you'll have to ask permission or something like that, but just a suggestion. The hearing officer that has replaced the panel is a single hearing officer. There's good and bad with it. Some of the good is that maybe it'll be a little more controlling and less staff influenced. But the bad is that there'll be no public participation and no issues discussed by the panel. The hearing officer will just be focusing on the one rent issue that he's being hired to do. And any questions? Okay. See you next month.
Okay, for the next meeting in October, we were supposed to have a couple of people talk to us about the 10th anniversary of COC in Canyon Country, but you may have already done that for us, so we'll see what goes on. But anyway, the Salvation Army will be here. They are now opening up here in Santa Clarita, and they want to tell you about what they do, and I think it's a very worthwhile organization like we talked about at the start of the meeting. They really do a lot to help people that are in need. November, believe it or not, but council member Bill Miranda has committed to be here again. So we'll be looking forward to seeing him here. And you'll be here to be able to listen to his presentation and ask him questions from the audience. So I want to thank you all for choosing to attend the Canyon Country Advisory Committee. And I really do hope to see you all back again next month. Thank you.